Hello, welcome to Get Paid from Secret Digital Products Masterclass. This is the masterclass where we break down the strategy to making between $1,000 to $10,000 online every single month, even if you're a beginner and you've never sold digital products before. In the masterclass, we're going to cover the biggest lie that they've told us about making money today. We're also going to cover what digital products are, what is digital marketing, and how to fix the problem of not making enough money online. And finally, we're going to talk about the 10K per month strategy. We'll talk about monetization scenarios, and we will close out the masterclass with me telling you about your next steps. But before we jump into strategy and how to make money, let me tell you about myself and why you should be listening to me right now. So, my name is Kome, and I spent 10 years in corporate banking as an international special trade finance specialist. Okay, what that simply means is I was working in banking, I was helping people fund deals from Asia into Africa and Middle East. And so all of that time I spent in banking, I was really good at my job, but I was stressed out and I felt unfulfilled. And on top of all of that, I was tired of living paycheck to paycheck because at the end of every month, my husband and I will sit in our living room on the sofa, completely drained and unhappy. And every month we'll promise ourselves that we'll do better next month because there just wasn't anything left over. And no matter how we tried, every single month was the same story. Again, we just didn't have anything after paying our bills and after buying the necessities. And so I just knew that this wasn't the life I'd been called for. And on top of all of this that was going on, I had mom guilt. At the time, we had a young baby girl who I had to drop off at daycare, nursery every day, and I remember dropping her off and running like a headless chicken to catch the train to go to work and doing the same thing every evening. And by the time we got home, I was exhausted. I could barely play with her. And so one day, the turning point came. I was in the bathroom at work, crying my eyes out yet again because someone had said something quite mean. It was a quite toxic work environment. Someone had said something really mean. I was in the bathroom crying, and I thought, well, here I am, stressed out, unfulfilled, broke, leaving my child in the care of strangers and not really enjoying my life. And I just knew something had to change. So that day in the bathroom, I promised myself I would do anything I needed to do to be able to get out of corporate banking 9 to 5 and build the life that I loved. That led me on a long journey of dabbling into stuff between 2018, I was trying all sorts of things. I went to writing school, and then I went to beauty makeup school, and then I tried special effects makeup. Yes, I can actually make people look like zombies or vampires the way they do in movies. But for everything I tried, I knew I hadn't found my thing. Eventually, I found selling on Amazon, and I quickly built an e commerce business within 18 months that was making £20,000 to £30,000 in revenue every single month. And that gave me the ability to quit my banking job forever. I worked out of my banking job, I never looked back. But then around the beginning of 2020, as COVID started to kick in, I started to think, well, how else can I make money online? And that's when I came up with the idea of selling digital products. But I just didn't know how to do it. I knew it was a good idea. I just didn't know how to do it. Around that time, we were also moving across continents. So my family and I moved from London in England and we moved to Canada in 2020. And I thought this is the best time for me to figure out selling digital products. I tried a few things that worked, but I couldn't keep it going. The momentum just wasn't there. So one evening, I sat my husband down on the sofa in our living room and I said, babe, I want to hire a high ticket coach to teach me how to sell digital products. And it's going to cost me $15,000. He gives me this look and he says, "Have you gone mad?" I said, "No, I'm not mad. I'm not crazy. Is none of those things. I know this is something that can work. I just don't know how to do it." Well, after a long conversation, he gave me the go ahead and he just said, "You know what? I support you as you go and invest this money." And I promised him that if I was able to make selling digital products a success, I will do something for the family. I will take us on an all expense paid trip somewhere nice, probably expensive, just to celebrate the win. Well, as things turned out, it was more than a win. This is my dashboard screenshot from the end of 2023, October, and we had done over 250,000 US dollars selling digital products online. And this screenshot doesn't begin to cover what we had done in euros, in pound sterling, or in Canadian dollars. This was strictly USD. And so, as a woman of her word, I had to pay up. And so, I took my beautiful family on a sponsored trip to Los Cabos, Mexico to celebrate the success in the business. That is me and my family. It is something we had never been able to do before. And I'm so glad that digital products allowed me to do that. So now you're thinking, what? So why are you teaching me? Well, this is my mission. It's very simple. I want to help as many people as possible speed up their financial freedom journey so that they too can create the life that they dream about and spend time with their loved ones. And I'm doing it right now by just even teaching you this masterclass and showing you the secret of what is possible. But before we start to go into more strategy, let's talk about the biggest lie they've told us. Well, the biggest lie is what my parents told me. They said, if you go to school and get good grades and work hard, you will find a job and you'll be financially secured. Well, they lied, didn't they? Because that hasn't been the reality in my life or in the lives of literally thousands of people. And it's so crazy because the average university education costs almost $100,000. And if you add a master's degree like I did or any other advanced degree, you're shelling out an extra 15 to $25,000. But the average graduate only earns 57,000 every year. That is mind blowing. In fact, only around 20% of university graduates ever earn more than $100,000 per year. So it didn't turn out the way they told us it would, right? And on top of that, you are now an employee working at a job that probably isn't giving you joy. You're earning a low salary because even when you consider how much you've invested in your degree and the time you've invested, even an $80,000 salary is a low salary. You have fixed hours of work every week. You answer to a boss who may or may not like you. You have to deal with office politics and navigate all sorts of people. And then you have to ask someone else permission to go on holiday. And sometimes they would even say no. Surely, this is not what financial freedom should look like. I have an alternative for you that doesn't look anything like this, and that is to become your own boss. So, this is what we're going to discuss going forward, how you divorce yourself from 9 to 5 or from anything that is not working in your life and become your own boss. Now, usually, when people start thinking about becoming their own boss, they do something ridiculous. They create businesses where they trade time for money just like they did at their 9 to 5 jobs. They become bakers and painters and hairstylists and event planners. They become photographers and video editors. And all of these business ideas are fun, but there is a problem that they only make money while they are working. In fact, if they want to make money, they have to work longer hours and with more clients. So now they've exchanged having one boss for having several bosses, and yet they are still not enjoying freedom. The second thing some people do is to start a physical products business like I did, where you have to find inventory to sell. You always need to include more capital to buy more inventory. You're spending ridiculous amounts of time sourcing for products, packing products, shipping products, dealing with customer service. There is always a sales limit because you can only sell what you have in inventory. And then if you're selling on platforms like Amazon, Etsy, Craigslist, or eBay, you are always dealing with erratic platforms that do not care anything about you or your business. So at the end of the day, you've gone from one boss to a boss you don't even know, to a boss you don't even see, and you're working nonstop around the clock. This is why I discovered digital products and realized it was the best way to make money online. Let me show you why. So, why sell digital products? This is a simple reason. Digital products solve the problems of both service based businesses and physical product business ideas. Because with a digital product business, you don't have physical products to worry about, you don't need storage, you don't need to post anything, there are no delivery costs, there are no refunds or returns from unhappy customers, and there is no customer service necessary. Even if you had customer service, it would be skeletal at best. So, that is the first step. The main part why digital products trump every other form of business is this: you can create your digital product once and sell it forever. You can even outsource the creation of your digital products. And while you start selling, you are making passive income, meaning money while you sleep. That is the best part of selling digital products. I'm about to show you screenshots from my own business. So if you look on the screen, you will see deposits from Stripe and PayPal into my business. You will see things like $1,904 in one day, $1,321 in one day. And I'm not sharing this to brag about my business, but to show you what is possible. You too could have a business that is generating amounts of money throughout the day, every single day, whether you were busy with your family or you were just having a nice, much needed nap. So you're probably thinking, what digital products can I sell? And here is the fact: there are three groups of digital products you can sell. The first group are downloadable products, things like ebooks and checklists, stickers, affirmation cards, planners that you can go on to sell. My first digital product was a downloadable product. I'd had the idea to create a productivity planner for entrepreneurs. I paid someone on a freelancer website called Upwork to create it. I paid her $100. And then once it was complete, I started to market and sell it at $40 each. Within 6 weeks, I had gone from $0 to $4,920 in sale. This is the beauty of selling digital downloadables. I didn't have to see anyone, talk to anyone, go anywhere. My products just kept selling. This is my client, Tammy. Tammy attended this very same masterclass that you are watching right now. And she realized that one of her superpowers was that she could speak Yoruba better than most people. So she created a series of books that sold on Amazon, UK, US, and Canada, and they still sell today. And when she is promoting this book without any, extra work, she's creating passive income. The next group of digital products that you can create and sell are clubs and memberships. You can create a paid club or membership on any topic in the world, and you don't have to have any special skill to do so. There are clubs for moms, for fitness, for baking, there are book clubs, and several of them are paid. This is my client, Chidima. Chidima is passionate about helping people who are newly married have wonderful marriages. And so she created a community for young wives who want to build loving marriages based on biblical principles. This is an example of what is possible if you have an interesting topic that you want to create a membership around. The third group of digital products you could create are virtual and physical events: a Zoom masterclass, a workshop, a summit. that you could put together to help people with any topic is a
Hello,
no
everybody. I'd
brainer.
like to give a quick shout out to
Client
Kome.
Samuel. Samuel was a drop shipping expert and he needed a way to scale his income. So he came to me, and not only did I help him put in a system, he started to charge people from 150, he started to charge them $997 per person. And that wasn't all. He now has a solidly booked calendar. Now, next example of how to use events to scale your business as a digital products owner is like my client Stella. Stella is a photographer for little children, and her clients call her the baby whisperer. The problem was that Stella was working too many hours. And so when she came to me, she said, Kome, how can I go from working round the clock to only working some hours so that I can spend time with my three young children? It turns out that we came up with events as the best way to digitalize her business. So now, twice every month, Stella plans a workshop. She charges $197 per person, and she only allows 20 people into each group for her workshop. At the end of the workshop, she has brought in about 4,000. At the end of the workshop, she makes an offer and asks them if they want to work more with her. And three people usually say yes at $997. So by hosting one workshop, Stella has brought in around $7,000 every couple of weeks. She does this twice every month, and that leads to between 14 to 15,000 in revenue every single month. This is something you can do as well. If you have a specialized skill, you can definitely do the same thing that Samuel or Stella are doing. How do you start? Well, to launch your digital products business, you're going to do it in four steps. Step one is find your niche. Step two, select your audience. Step three, create your digital product. And step four, promote your digital product. Let's talk about your niche. How do you choose your niche? I believe that your niche must be based on C. C is my acronym for skill, expertise, and experience. Meaning, what do you have skills in, or expertise in, or what have you experienced in life that you can use to help other people? These are examples of possible niches, like my client Stella, whose niche is photography. You could also choose content creation, public speaking, writing, event planning, decoration. What are you good at? Step two is to choose your audience. Well, I believe that your audience is based on what I call three W's: who, what, and why. And this is how you use the three W's framework. Who is struggling right now in the area of my C? Meaning, who is struggling with what I am good at? Next, what? What exact problems do they have? And finally, why is solving that problem important to them right now? Let me show you some examples. Imagine that you are a realtor who is super experienced when it comes to selling houses. You could help new realtors who want to learn to sell more houses so that they can stop struggling and build a successful business. Or maybe your audience is similar to mine. My audience are women who are tired of working at corporate jobs. They want to make money online so that they can spend more time with their loved ones. Or maybe your audience is similar to my clients, Chidima's audience, who are Christian women who have been married for less than 5 years, and they want to be better wives and build solid marriages built on biblical principles. You have to know who it is that is going to benefit from your expertise. And another way to do it is to ask questions about what it is they need help with. So, for example, if you were a realtor, you would say, well, what are my clients or my possible audience, what are they struggling with? For example, they don't know how to find clients. They don't know how to convince landlords to let them list their house. They don't know how to negotiate their prices, or they are struggling with planning their time. All of these are valid problems that they have, and your digital product is going to center around answering these questions that they have. And that leads us to next step. You are going to create the products that will help your audience. For example, if you were a realtor trying to help new realtors, you could create an ebook that would help new realtors sell more houses so that they can make more money. And you use tools like Canva and AI to help you create. So these are some of the tools that you need. Canva is a creative design platform that helps you create beautiful ebooks, planners, and stickers. And ChatGPT is artificial intelligence that can help you brainstorm about your idea, plan your products, write it, edit it, and then you can go on to start selling your products. Around this video, you will find an ebook that is going to give you the list of tools that I use in my digital product business. And that ebook is also going to contain links that will give you free trials with any of the tools that I use. So definitely keep an eye out for that. And that brings us to our final step, which is promote your digital products. There are different ways to promote. You could go into your network and start talking to people in your network, telling them about your digital products. Or you could use social media to start putting word out about your products and creating content to educate your audience. Finally, you could create an email list where you are emailing people who are interested in your sector, in your industry, and then getting them interested in your products. But let's be straight and factual. Instagram and Facebook are possibly the best ways to promote your digital products because they literally have thousands of people who fall into your ideal audience on social media. And even if you don't like Instagram or Facebook, there are countless other platforms. You could go with TikTok, Pinterest, Twitter, YouTube, Snapchat, LinkedIn. The most important part of this whole thing is if you put your digital products in front of the right audience, it will continue to sell and generate passive income for you every single day, similar to my screenshots that you saw, right? So you've gotten to this point in the masterclass and you may be wondering, well, what do I do next? And I have a very good answer for you. Well, you could watch this masterclass and go off to figure out everything by yourself: your niche, your audience, what products to create, and how to promote your products. You would spend valuable time troubleshooting because you don't really know what you are doing. And even though everything is figure outable, it will just take you time that you don't need to waste. Or option B is you can let me help you. You can watch this masterclass and then decide to let me hold you by the hand and show you exactly how to start and build your profitable digital products business. And then you can watch sales come in within a matter of days instead of spending months of stress trying to figure things out. So, this is the next step. Somewhere around this video is a button that looks exactly like this, where you can book a call to speak with me and members of my team within the next few hours. On the call, we're going to help you determine what you are going to do moving forward, what area you're going to create your digital products in, and we're going to tell you how to work with us if you want to skyrocket your expertise and you want to skyrocket your timeline. You want to spend the next few days creating and selling your products rather than spending the next 6 to 10 months figuring everything out. So look out for the link to book a call somewhere around this video. I'm so glad that you've taken time to watch the Get Paid from Secrets Masterclass. I know that you're going to do incredible things next, whichever option you choose. And I am rooting for you because I know you have everything you need to be successful. Thank you for watching. I will see you shortly.